How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another new episode of Let's Play The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky 2nd Chapter here on Classic Gaming Replayed. I'm trying to try not to go an hour on this episode. It kind of couldn't be helped last episode due to the end of Chapter 1 and a 20-minute long boss fight that, you know, I didn't think I had a prayer of winning. So, we checked on the bracer board. These are all tasks that are still nowhere near to being able to... unable to complete. Let's go ahead and look in the bracer guide here. Let's see, the ones that aren't finished. Ingredient Hunter. We are looking for ingredients that are not savory pinion, clear gelatin, gummy eyeball, monster carapace, beast flesh, prickly seeds, fish fillet, or leathery tail. So let's see here. Savory pinion, leathery tail, gummy eyeball. Maybe Lucky Fang? The dude's in the hotel, if I remember correctly. Okie dokie, let's see here. Remembering incorrectly? No, there's downstairs. That's right. What's this? Oh, it's Niall and... Haha! Hello! You guys. I heard from Dorothy that you guys solved our little ghost problem. Yeah, we did, but... Is Dorothy okay? She was yammering on drowsily about what happened. Once she was finished, she conked right out, so I had to put her to bed. I'm afraid we did drag her along with us in the dead of the night. Not only that, but we owe her our lives. She's earned a bit of rest. A real reporter can go a good week without sleep when he's got a scoop. Oh yeah, some of the stuff she was talking about sounded wild. She didn't really explain it all. Mind if I ask you guys a few questions? Sure, go ahead. Estelle gave Niall an outline of their encounter with Blue Blanc and answered his questions. Alright, I think I get it now. Son of a... Phantom Thief B himself is in Libero, and he's one of those Ouroboros people? Kinda wish I hadn't heard that. What? Niall, you know about that masked weirdo? Oh yeah, he's a famous thief who's caused a stir in every major city on the continent. If he wants something, he'll get it. And he always steals things with a big old show. For a phantom, he's got a love of drama, that's for sure. That certainly matches the man we met beneath the schoolhouse, yes. He even admitted he's Phantom Thief B from those cards, so... Like I said, though, thievery is one thing, but he's also a lackey of the society? Wouldn't think Ouroboros would have use for someone like him, but at the same time, if they do, it's terrifying. Niall, I'm curious. Do you intend to write an article about what happened? Nah. The Guild of the Royal Army asked me not to report on anything to do with the society. I'll probably end up writing about someone's ill-intended crime of pleasure or something. With the coup d'etat foiled, the kingdom is beginning to settle. I do see the wisdom in this. There is little sense in terrifying the populace with news of a dangerous secret society just yet. Yeah, I ain't happy about it as a reporter, but I guess I see where the government is coming from. Still, if anything else happens, tell me about it, yeah? Of course. Anyway, we're off for Zeiss. Ah, right! I got a draft I need to write up, so I can't see you off, but... Want me to wake Dorothy? No, it's okay. She's fast asleep, and I'd hate to disturb her. Give her our best when she gets up, okay? Will do. Be careful, guys. I gotta admit, Dorothy looks adorable curled up like that. That's not where we want to be. Ah! Stupid door. Okay, where's the dude? Oh, Manaria Village at the White Magnolia. That's gonna be a run. Hey, you guys! You're bracers, right? Yeah, is something wrong? You look kind of frazzled. There's something big I'd like you to investigate urgently. Could you come right now? Sure. Yeah, no problem. Thanks, I owe you. So, where should we go? Head to Norman's election office. It's on the top floor of the hotel. Here, I'll show you the way. I'm telling you, I didn't do it! Hurry up and let me go home. I've got work to do. Now, calm down. Just bear with us until the bracers arrive. Once their investigation's done, you can leave. Speak of the devil. See, here they are. That sure was fast, Hirio. Yeah, I lucked out and ran into some bracers right away. This is Norman. I'm sure you've seen him on posters around the city. One of the guys running for mayor, I think. I'm Estelle Bright of the Bracer Guild. I'm Sherazard Harvey, also a bracer. So let's get to it. What happened? One of our campaigners, Dells, was injured by someone. In other words, it's an assault case. An assault? Well, that's never a nice thing to hear. Is the victim okay? Yes, he's still here. He was unconscious for a bit, but it was, thankfully, nothing serious. Phew, good to hear it. There's nothing good about it. The back of my head still hurts like you wouldn't believe. The back of your head, huh? Were you attacked from behind? Yes, ma'am, right out of the blue, too. I was taking a breather on the balcony, and all of a sudden from behind, thud. How vicious. Ouch, sounds nasty. When did the incident occur? Give us any info that happened before and after. Sure, it happened today, just after lunch. Norman and I were checking out a potential location for a speech by the bridge. Cooper here had just turned up then. When I talked to him, he said he had some important business with Norman. What kind of business? Portos told me to come apologize for that mess on the bridge. It's not like it's all my fault, but I did sort of make it worse. I see. So you came to say sorry for the scuffle? Yes, but Norman was still very busy at the time. We'd asked Cooper to wait in the office area. That's when I showed him to this room. I returned to the hotel not too long afterward. I entered the room with Hirio, who had been waiting outside the office, and there was Dells unconscious on the balcony. And Cooper was right there, standing over him. I'm trying to tell you, why does that make me the criminal? He was already out cold when I'd reached the balcony. I understand what Cooper's thinking, but it's only natural to suspect him given the circumstances. There was no one in this room except Cooper and Dells. Is that true? After I brought Cooper, I was on watch outside the door. No one entered until Norman got here. No matter how you look at it, that means these two were alone. You're absolutely positive. Yeah, it's true, but it's like I said. When I went out to the balcony, Dells was already on the ground. So let me get this straight. The crime was already committed by the time you came, is that right? Yeah, exactly! Thank Dios! Finally, there's someone who gets it! In that case, it'd have to be someone who entered the room before Cooper. Dells, do you remember anything? It's possible that someone came in. People go in and out of this office all the time, though. Even if someone had, I wouldn't have thought much of it. Fair enough. It's an election office, so that makes sense. At least we have a good idea of what's going on. The culprit behind this attack must be one of two people. Cooper, or someone who came before him into this room. We should be able to narrow it down if we get enough proof. Think we ought to start questioning? If there's nothing else to be gained here, yes. If you gentlemen can think of anything else, please tell me now. Even if it seems trivial or unimportant. Alright, then I have one more thing I'd like to add. There was something that occurred to me as I was looking through the room after the incident. Were there signs had been rummaged around in? Not at all, just the opposite, in fact. It actually felt like it was cleaner than before. Huh? Is a serial cleaner on the loose? One way to interpret it would be as a disguise to hide the fact that the room had been searched. Of course, it appears they went too far, inadvertently arousing suspicion in the process. It's not a bad train of thought. Incidentally, who are you? I was waiting for that question. I am a traveling bard, a poetic soul wandering the wilds, a genius mute. Sure, but if nothing's been stolen, isn't the idea that it's a disguise pretty weak? At this stage, I don't think there's any point in worrying about motive. I agree. You've grown even bolder since our last rendezvous, Estelle. Your training at Le Local was most fruitful. You're simply stunning. Olivier. Just ignore him. Now, if there's nothing else here you can tell us, we should get to questioning. Certainly. She's begun to master how to handle Olivier, I see. Good luck with the investigation. We'll come report once we have an answer. Good. We're counting on you to get to the bottom of this. Now, how should we go about things? I mean, this hotel is pretty big. It's best if we split into two. Estelle, go with Her Highness. I'll go with Olivier. We're lucky to have them as assistants, so let's make good use of them. Good point. Ready to kick some investigation butt, Chloe? Of course. Assisting companions is only natural for a hunter of love. You sure don't miss a beat, do you? Alright. Our first order of business is to gather information on the suspect. If you go around asking about Cooper, something should turn up. Should you get a clearer picture of the criminal, come back here. So once we've found the criminal, go report to you? No problem. Let's go see what we can find out. Wait, this way's the exit. I'd better get back to questioning. I wasn't trying to go to the exit. I was trying to go talk. Mr. Cooper is a guest who comes here only on very rare occasions. Mostly we have his patronage for work-related gatherings. Hello, empty room. Hello, empty room the second. I'm pretty sure I know who we need to talk to. When Cooper came to the hotel, I was in the lobby. I don't know, he looked angry, I guess. I thought something might happen. And then, just like I thought, something happened. Genius. Now, who are you again? Oh, been quite a while, young lady. How are you, sir? You remember us, right? You lent us your boat when the bridge was up. You really saved us then. Nah, it was no skin off my back. So, come back to ride again? Wish I could, but I've got some work to do. We're investigating the case that happened at the hotel. Oh, sounds rough. If I can be of any help, feel free to ask me what you like. Will do, sir. Yes, I know him. He's that young fella working at the harbor. Like everyone else these days, he's been involved with the election. Oh, was Cooper that angry? Well, youngsters get worked up so easily these days. You haven't left yet? Yeah, actually a case suddenly popped up. What do you mean? Well, Estelle explained the assault case to Neal. Ah, I see. Huh? You don't seem too interested. Yeah, I doubt it's big enough to make an article out of. Now, just in case, once you solve it, tell me what you got. Yeah, will do. I fear I cannot agree. Mr. Cooper seemed generally normal. So we got one guy saying Cooper was angry and one guy saying he wasn't. Cooper's face went white as a sheet the moment he saw us. He was surely dismayed at having been witnessed at the crime scene. Was Cooper angry? It didn't really look that way, but... I lost consciousness immediately, so I didn't see who hit me. Even catching a glance would have been better than nothing at all. Is that so? Not sure I could really help with that. I'll say it as many times as you like. I only found Dells. If we'd been fighting, someone would have heard a sound, but no one said anything, did they? Of course they didn't, because I was politely seated on the sofa. I was angry? That's crazy. If you're gonna say that, Harrio's attitude was way worse than mine, I think. The moment he saw me, he made this real nasty face. Try asking around about Harrio, I bet you'll turn up some dirt. Him and Dells are rivals competing to be the number 2 in Norman's camp. I'm sure they couldn't come to terms and ended up in a tussle. Sound, you say? That would probably be the sound of me getting hit. Heard a hell of a bang in my head, that's for sure. There's no way Harrio did it. I'd testify to it myself. There's no bad blood between us whatsoever. We even work together. Ow. Sorry. I got excited and it made my head hurt. Cooper was standing next to Dells, who was lying on the ground. He looked at me and seemed very surprised. He wasn't excited or worked up, but he did appear tremendously shocked. Cooper said I didn't hear any loud noise either. I was in the lobby at the time, but if grown men were fighting, I'm sure I would have heard something. He didn't seem particularly angry when I met him at the bridge. Well, perhaps something happened while he was being led to the hotel. It's unbelievable that you would suspect Harrio. In the first place, you're suggesting that he would hurt his co-worker? And what could possibly motivate him to do such a thing? Sound, you say? Unfortunately, I heard no such thing. You doubt even Harrio? He isn't the kind of person to resort to violence. Harrio is a most loyal man, would never commit such a criminal act. Oh. Are you done questioning in the office? Yes, we're done here. How about you? It's going okay, I guess. I'm still checking out stuff. Keep it up and don't get careless. Leave it to me. A sound? I didn't really hear anything. So you're checking out Harrio? He did kind of look unhappy when he got back to the hotel. Probably because he was with Cooper, though. Oh, sound. Thinking about it, I did hear a loud noise from above. Above from here? You mean the balcony? Probably around there, yeah. It was an impressive sound, like something had run into something else with a smack. Can't recall exactly when I'd heard it, though. It's too bad. Still, this is all good stuff to know. Thanks, sir. Harrio's that young merchant fella, yeah? If he wants to be a merchant, I think he needs to have a bit more oomph to him, you hear me? He's got gullible written all over him. He'll get people ripping him off at every turn if he doesn't shape up. So this is still empty. And there's no other room down here. Well, yes, Cooper's right. I was standing in front of the door, but it was quiet the whole time in the room. If there had been some kind of argument, I'm sure I would have noticed. But there's someone who testified to hearing a big sound. He said it sounded like something smacking into something else on the balcony. Well, I didn't hear it. I can say for sure that I didn't hear anything of the like while I was here. I had an unpleasant expression, you say? Well, of course, after a fuss like that, who wouldn't? What does that have to do with the case? We actually have someone who testified to hearing a loud sound. He apparently heard the sound of something colliding with something else from around the balcony area. Do you have any idea what it could have been? Something colliding with something else. Nope, I didn't hear any sound like that. Harrio's got motive too, right? Him and Dell's are rivals competing to be number 2 in Norman's camp. I'm sure they couldn't come to terms and ended up in a tussle. Doesn't seem to be anything to see on the balcony itself. Oh boy, here we go. Huh? Well, what is it? What's on your mind? If you're hiding something, you should just come out and say it. Trying to hide things will only lead to bigger trouble. I'm sorry. Feel like talking? Yes, actually. I saw him. I saw Harrio on the 2nd floor. And when was that? Right after lunch. Harrio went out with Norman, but... however, shortly after that, Harrio came back and ran up to the 2nd floor. Whoa, that's kinda important to know. Estelle, I want you to pursue this lead. We'll look around here for a bit longer. Got it. Yeah, we had paella for lunch. I ate on my own in the lobby. It's kinda suffocating to eat in the same room as my dad. Still, you know what? My dad's pretty good fare. He feeds us normal, boring stuff, then gets a special paella just for himself. Is that so? Was it that different? Yeah, it was way better. The special one's got, like, a mountain of shrimp. Guess he didn't have much of an appetite, though. He left a lot behind. What a waste. About lunch? I went to eat at the Levantar today. Always been in the habit of going out to lunch as soon as I hear the bell toll. The bell toll? The bell on the Langland Bridge. Remember? It rang when the bridge went up. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it did ring. It always rings at certain times. See, I use it in place of a clock. That's sure convenient. Kinda big to use in place of a clock, though. Hey, Estelle, it might be good to ask some people about the bell toll. Huh? Why? They should be able to clearly remember the sound of a bell ringing. It might act as a guidepost for their memory, like Mr. Murray. Ah, I get it. Nice, Chloe. Very intellectual advice. You flatter me. Not sure what you two are giggling about, but glad I was able to help. You sure were. Okay, let's go ask around. Right. Come on. Why would I lie about something like that? I was in the hotel basement, so I didn't notice at all. Okay, so I'm right. Belden's covering for her. The noon bridge bell. Yes, at that time I was preparing the guest rooms. Once that was finished, I next organized the utensils. Someone had cleaned the plates in the office, so I was able to finish work quickly. The office plates were cleaned. So that means there was someone that went into the office after lunch. Indeed. While I was preparing the guest rooms, they cleaned up, it seems. The plates were stacked at the front. Of course, exactly which kind guest it was, I couldn't say, unfortunately. Ah, too bad. Guess we'll have to ask around ourselves. Oh, Belden! Who cleaned up the dishes in the office? Dunno, I wouldn't go to that much trouble. I'd been killing time in the hotel basement after lunch. After lunch, Norman went to have a look at the site where he was going to give a speech. I had some stuff I had to do, so I met up with him later. The rest is as I explained before. But, Harriet, you went to the second floor, didn't you? Excuse me? There's no point in hiding it. We have witnesses. I'm not hiding anything. I just realized I forgot something and went back to the office to pick it up. Was there anyone in the office at that time? Dells was there doing work. I didn't see anyone else. Great, that's plenty, thanks. Don't misunderstand, please. I wasn't trying to hide that I'd gone to the second floor. Don't worry, we haven't decided you're the criminal or anything. Just don't forget that this kind of thing only makes you look worse. I look forward to your future assistance, sir. Well played, Estelle! I heard the bell toll, yes. I think it was when I was meeting with Norman by the bridge. And Cooper showed up, and I showed him the way to here. Who cleaned up? No idea. Someone must have done it while I was out. Were the plates and such cleaned by the time you got back to the office? I don't know. I wasn't exactly paying attention, so I can't say for sure. Yes, we ordered lunch today from the Levantar. I don't want my campaigners getting sick of eating the same food again and again, so I thought we'd try something different. Wow, it's nice of you to do that. That's as much a part of politics as the campaign itself. Indeed it is. I'll admit my nerves have been on edge for some time now. It hasn't been easy to keep my eyes on everything day in and day out. I'm sorry to hear that. Yikes, that does sound pretty rough. Putting that aside, sir, what did you do after lunch? After lunch, Harrio and I immediately went to examine the place my speech is to be held at. Harrio had some other business to attend to first and met up with me at the site. So you left right after lunch and met up with Harrio outside. Alright, that's all I need to hear. I'm happy to have helped. Keep up the good work, you two. When did the bridge bell ring? It went off when Harrio and I were checking out the speech site together. Harrio was there too? Yes, he was already there. Just as the bell was ringing, Cooper showed up. I'd then asked Harrio to show him to the hotel. I see, then sure. Who could have done it? All I know is that they were cleaned while I was away. So you don't know either, sir? I'm afraid not. I don't know who it was, but I worry that I may have left them a terrible impression. Pardon? What do you mean? In truth, I haven't had much of an appetite lately. I left quite a lot of the paella I got for lunch uneaten. I'd requested that Ernst get me one of the special paellas in secret. He had left it virtually untouched. It's embarrassing to think back on how wasteful that was. You see, it must be really stressful to be running in an election. Yeah, we ordered food from the Levantar. Man, it was good! The sound of the bridge bell. Now that you mention it, I do think I heard that before I got hit. I'm sorry, my head feels like a wreck right now. Nothing's too clear. Now that you mention it, who did clean up? I'm sorry, I don't remember. But you were in the office, weren't you? You'd normally notice if someone came to clean. You're right, I would. Even I think it's odd. So they ordered from the Levantar. That sure is nice. Maybe I'll try asking Portos if we can do something like that. The bridge toll? Yeah, I was running across the bridge in a real hurry. I met Norman right about the same time by the bridge. You're looking for the person who cleaned up the plates. Look, who cares? Just hurry up and prove me innocent. Hermiderm. Someone cleaned up the plates for Ernst. Ho ho ho, that's a rare thing to find someone so considerate of others nowadays. I had a feeling he didn't have anything to say. Oh, great, his own hint gives us a hint. Did you remember something? No, you asked about it a second ago, didn't you? That big sound. Ah, the sound. Like something smacking into something, right? Yeah, that thing. Well, I remember something now. That sound happened as if it were timed to the bell. At least to my ears. Timed to the bell? So basically, you heard the sound of the bell roughly the same time as that big sound. Well, if you want to make it sound all boring, yeah. If that sound was something caused by the criminal, then someone without an alibi when the bell rang is criminal. Yeah, we should check out people we suspect. Come on, why would I lie about something like that? I was in the hotel basement, so I didn't notice at all. Whew, I'm afraid my power is ebbing. I was raised in the city, so I fear I'm dreadful with standing around. As they say, the more beautiful the flower, the easier it wilts. The more digging you do, the more you're sure to find something worthwhile. If you're stuck, you might go over everything again. If you give up, that's the end. New to say there. Okay, so we know it's not... Okay, they were at the bridge. He was here, but he was attacked. He was at the bridge. Okay, I'm gonna save just in case I'm wrong. Do you know who the criminal is? So who's your suspect? The Raven Boy, is it? You have real proof, yes? First, explain the reason you discounted the original suspect. Okay, so apparently I'm nowhere close. And we've already been going for a little over a half an hour. So, while this isn't what I planned on having this episode be today, I planned on at least getting some... Okay, sound happened right after the bell stopped ringing, so that would line up with what we've heard from Cooper himself. Okay. Okay. Yeah, not just Harrio, but... Sorry, I skipped a ton of deep dialogue there. Just reading it. Yeah, not just Harrio, but Cooper seems in the clear, too. The sound Murray heard was just after the bell finished ringing, but both men can prove they were with Norman at the time. In other words, whoever made that sound was neither Harrio nor Cooper. This virtually eliminates any chance of them being criminal. I was in the hotel basement, so I didn't notice at all. Nothing new there. Okay, let's try this once more. I still think it's Belden. Cooper was outside when the sound was heard. Norman's testimony corroborates this, so we can say for sure it's accurate. If that was the sound of the crime being committed, then there's a very small chance Cooper is the criminal. That's logical interpretation. And the same thing also absolves Harrio of any suspicion. Yeah, it does. Harrio met up with Norman, so we're sure. Next, you need to explain the suspect's crime. What kind of proof do you have? God, not quite there yet. Okay, yeah, we're gonna wrap this, and we will figure the rest of this out next time. I hope this episode was at least fun for some of the amusing dialogue. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and favorite. Throw any feedback you may have in the comments below. I always look forward to hearing from you. We'll see you again next time on another new episode of Let's Play The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky, 2nd chapter, here on Classic Gaming Replayed. Farewell.